I have an awkward story. Well, it's not an awkward story, it's a story of awkwardness, I guess. I have a housekeeper, which isn't the awkward part. Um, I bought Jack, the dog, this nail grinder because he's got really brittle claws and they break and crack a lot. And I can't really cut them. I've tried, but I at one time cut too far down and he bled, and yeah, he's just not a fan of me trimming his claws. Now I can take him to the vet and they'll do that, and but taking him there, it's traumatic. You put him in the car and all that. It's a big ordeal. But he does need his claws clipped because if they get any length on them, they split. I know, really. Yes. So, and then they get infected, and it just becomes a whole big deal. So I bought this little nail grinder thing, which you have to, well, for Jack, they say to get all dogs acclimated to it. Some dogs may be okay with it right away. Jack is not one of those. So you have to acclimate him to the sound of it, sort of being near it, and you just sort of ease him into this little nail grinder thing. But it does have it has a vibrator shape. Let's put it that way. I'll just throw it out there. It looks like a vibrator from a distance, but if you look at it, yes, it's vibrator shape, but it's got sandpaper at the end of it. So, that is not any kind of vibrator that I would even want remotely close to me. Yes, this is awkward too. Yes, so back to the housekeeper. One day she, I guess, had seen it and decided to ask because I was in the room, and she said, what is that? And I said, well, it's a little nail grinder for the dog. Oh, I thought that's what the situation was. And then I heard what she said. She knew what she said, and it just was like this whole, she turned, 4 shades of red, and it was really weird. And I tried to I played it off and I didn't hear what she said. I just was like, oh yeah, and I changed the subject and started talking about something else, I think, and just let it go, even though I totally heard what she said. But I obviously that's what she was thinking it was, a vibrator. But I don't know many people that leave theirs out. I don't know. Is that common that you would just leave it out? I don't know. I don't actually have one, so I don't. It's a TMI day. It's Tuesday TMI. Yes. So there you go. And it was just one of those. I think she scurried out of the room quickly, and I was, kind of chuckling about it under my breath because it was really funny, and I can totally see where she would think that. Although I do again think the sandpaper would be a dead giveaway that it wasn't something sexual. I don't know. And speaking of vibrators, years ago I house sat for this woman who, I guess I stayed in her house for a week, and she's like, make yourself at home, and here's this, that, and the other. You can stay in my room. The remote's in the nightstand, just for the TV. Make yourself at home. Fine, I did. So of course the first night I get there, get all settled in, turn the TV on, watch a little TV before I went to bed, open up the nightstand, and right on top is it wasn't giant, but it was a red vibrator. Just right there on top. The remote was more hidden than her vibrator. I'm like, really? I don't know. If you have one and you're going to have somebody stay at your house, maybe would you not put that maybe somewhere where it wouldn't be right there? I don't need to see any of that. I really don't. Maybe that's just me. Maybe I'm just a prude that, what you do really should. I'm good for some people who, I don't need to have a mental image of any of their activities. You can't ever unsee something like that. So, yeah. And then of course I didn't put the remote back in the nightstand until the very last day. I'm not even sure if I put it back in there when I left because I didn't want her to think that I had seen it. I don't know. I just left it. I think I left it out on the nightstand. I remember sort of having that mental debate. Do I put it back up because she's going to know then I saw it? Is that going to be weird? And, I house sat for her after that. And I'm pretty sure either the vibrator was gone somewhere or the remote was where I could find it on top of the nightstand. I don't remember ever seeing it again. And I did house sit for her 2 or 3 times after that. So perhaps she forgot it was there. I don't know. Okay. I gotta go. Bye.